This is a totally impromptu video, and as you can tell from the title, Spitting, you're probably thinking, what the hell is this video about? Well, I'm going to tell you what it's about. I actually wasn't going to do this video, but there are people that follow me on social networks that are parents at my son's school, and they may very well follow me here. So if you do, hi, I'm just going to talk about something I find very kind of fucked up, if you want to know the truth. Anyway, so this morning, I have a doctor's appointment. I have to get ready to go, but I'm stopped when I get a phone call from the assistant principal of my son's school, my 7-year-old son, who's in first grade, informing me that yesterday, when he was getting on the bus to come home, that he and a friend were spitting on each other. Now, children, I have 4, do things of this nature. They also like to do things like sit on each other with their butts, like, get a face down into the couch and sit on each other and do things like, fart, just things of that sort. They're kids. That's what they do. So anyway, this friend and him, I didn't get the story from my son until he got home, were spitting. To my surprise, I had learned that they wanted to put my son into in-school suspension for this occurrence. But unfortunately, my son's birthday is tomorrow, and he has a class field trip. They wanted the in-school suspension for 2 days. And they said that if I didn't want to do that, that they would be more than happy to paddle him. In the South, in Alabama, that's a common form of punishment, paddling. But I do not use corporal punishment in my home. I don't have to. I can handle my children without doing so. Therefore, I'm not going to let someone else do it. So I said, absolutely not. But the problem came in the form of that my son has a field trip tomorrow. It is his birthday. He's going to be 8 years old tomorrow. And they wanted to know what they could do. Were they allowed to paddle him? Or could they put him in ISS and whatnot? Well, ultimately, the decision was made that my little boy, who was not malicious and was actually spitting with a friend of his, I found out later when I spoke to him when he came home, was suspended. He's suspended. They left him in school today. He's going to be... Is that you, sweetie? I'll be out in a second, okay? He's going to be suspended tomorrow. He's going to miss his field trip, and that is his punishment for spitting. I'm all about kids and rules and boundaries and responsibilities, and you can hear my daughter, I'm sorry. But spitting? I know spitting's gross, or maybe it's just because I raise boys. It's just not. As a matter of fact, when my son came home, he was in this office. He was standing right here. And I said, sweetie, do Mom a favor. I said, show me. And he looked at me like I lost my mind. I said, show me how the spitting started. And he did. He spit on my floor, cleaned it up, and it was just, and then I said, okay, then what did it progress to? And he was showing me, just like you'd spit on people. It was kind of funny because it's something that I would see children doing. I saw children doing it when I was in school. It's just normal behavior for children. Is it acceptable? No. But it's something that can be corrected by saying, listen, you don't do that. It's inappropriate. It makes me wonder, and I'm going to go up to the school tomorrow. I've already made up my mind after really considering this and thinking it over. I've got to go get my son's things for his birthday, so I'm going to drop him off at his grandmother's, and then I'm going to drop by the school. My question becomes, if you paddle and you suspend students for spitting, what do you do for things like offenses for beating each other up? Destruction of property, when they really go all out. What do you do when you got them just, Beavis and Butthead and, breaking the law? What do you do? And I don't mean this to insult my school. I'm not insulting their intelligence. The assistant principal was actually very nice. But I'm doing this to ask you, do you think that the punishment that is fitting for the crime, so to speak, if you are a parent, would you be willing to let your child receive a paddling for spitting in a friendly nature with another child? I know it sounds bizarre, 2 children spitting at each other, but they know each other. I guess they just thought it would be a hoot. Unfortunately, the rug was pulled out from underneath them. I don't know what happened with the other child, but, as I said, if anyone's going to touch my kids, it's going to be me. Don't start none, won't be none. You touch my kids, and it's going to get nasty. Sorry, it is. You actually hear in the South, and I'm not going to make this video much longer, I have a note in my children's file that they're not to be paddled because that's standard here. That's what they do. they fire that ass up with paddle. As a matter of fact, I've been paddled. When I was in high school, I was late quite often, and after 3 tardies, you could either write a bunch of sentences or you could get 3 licks, and I stacked up a lot of licks in my day. Kind of makes me worry for my kids. So, for all of you who have messaged me lately, I will be getting back to you. I'm sorry, I've had a lot of doctor's appointments. I've been incredibly busy, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to respond. But if you have a chance and you don't mind, let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's odd? Is it just me? And hopefully I'll be back. I'm sorry I missed the House of Horror review on Tuesday. I have been sick as a dog. That's why I went to the doctor. I'm just better today. So hopefully I will be back next week. Hopefully I'll be back with another video. But hit me with a response. Let me know what you think. Is this too much? Is it too weird? What do you think? Okay, I'm going to go. I will talk to y'all soon.